All right.
Hey guys, welcome back to Isyour6covered. Today we're going to have fun talking about training, different ways to train at home, live fire. We got Colin's prepper. He just got back from a class that he went to, so we're going to talk a little bit about that, different things and ways of having force on force, whether it's airsoft, paintball, simunition training, or whatever. So we are going to have a little bit of fun, maybe talk a little bit about these challenges that we do with reloading mags within a certain amount of seconds, or just stuff and ways to get better and more proficient at reloading, shooting, whatever the case is. But let's start with Blue. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it, Blue.
Hey, no, thanks for the invite. One of those nights where I was a little late to the first chat there on TR's channel, so I had a little bit more steam left in me. So I'm excited to be on. I think this might be the first chat of yours I've been on, so ready to rock and roll.
All right, buddy. Thanks for showing up. Colin's prepper.
Six. This is my first time ever on your channel. Thanks for having me. I do appreciate it, and welcome the opportunity. And hope I don't let you down.
You'll do just fine, buddy. And WTF SoCal.
Hey, Rick. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for deleting the last chat we had. That was a little ridiculous.
That was fun.
Yeah. I look forward to doing the training conversation. I try to get out as much as I can when time permits and the budget permits as well. There's also things you can do in your home that I have a cool training aid, maybe I'll talk about later, that's pretty cool.
That would be cool.
It's expensive, but it's still really cool nonetheless.
So is live fire training. We start off with a little bit of maybe some dry fire training, reasons why we do it, because it's cheap, right? And a lot of pros, they say they dry fire probably at least half, if not more, than live fire, and most of them will probably say around 90% more than live fire. But it's something good. Trigger control, nice squeeze or pull of the trigger, and so on and so forth, reloads and that kind of stuff. But what are your guys? Do you guys do a lot of dry fire training, or pretty much skip it? No, whatever the case is.
Nah, I don't do any dry fire training. If we're going to be shooting, we're shooting. There you go.
I have a cool little, it's across the room over there. I'll grab it in a second when somebody starts talking, but it's a cool, it's built on lasers. It's called the S.t.i.t.f trigger, that it puts out a laser emitter that reacts to some kind of a layer on the target itself. And it's got a bunch of different kind of quote-unquote games you can play in this programmed little target thing. And it's a lot of fun. A couple of the drills it has that I particularly like are the draw and fire drill. There's also a magazine reload drill where you have to draw your weapon, shoot the target, reload, and then shoot the target again, and then it stops the timer and it shows you the part time, the time where you hit the actual target from the draw, how long it took you to change the mag and then hit the target again. It's pretty cool. I also just do dry firing, usually when I'm making fun of you or Robbie in videos, and and then also I like to go out to pay, like comms prepper, to just take some classes. Try to take a class, at least a class a year, where you pay to go onto a range and have them push you. That's a lot of fun as well.
Now, with what you, Rick, I'm not trying to jump the gun here, but I'd actually be interested in that laser system that you're talking about. That sounds like something you just do around the house. And
yeah, all right. So let me step away for a second. I'll go grab it and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about.
Like a lot of times you'll see like a person, and I tried to do this for a while, but you basically have a firearm and you put like a penny or a dime on the front sight, and then you try to pull the trigger without it falling off. you know, so if you have a good nice pull, even it's not all jerky like that, you know, where the penny's going to fall off, or the dime, or whatever the case is. You can start with it on the slide where it's fatter and easier, and then as you get better, you can put it just on the little flat part of the top of your sight, and you'll have the ability to, you know, basically progress. So it's kind of a cool thing.
Christ, I've been shooting for a long time. I don't I don't know if I could pull a trigger without letting a penny fall off the end. I've never tried.
That sounds challenging.
It's a great trick. So you just basically hold it out straight, put the penny or dime either on the slide if it's you know, if it's flat enough like a Glock or something. Pull the trigger. If you do, no problem. Just grab the penny or the dime, put it right on the top of the front sight in the center, and then pull the trigger and see if you can pull it off. And it's a good little trick just to see your trigger. Tell us about your laser.
All right, so I got this from a company that I have some I'm going to throw this out there first. I've had a lot of customer service problems with this company. Their product is solid, but their documentation and their manual is lacking. They put out a lot of expectations on this product, but there's really no documentation that describes how to go about using it. With that said, it's really fucking cool. So the first thing that comes with the fuck was that? Oh, it was my cat. Sounded like somebody ran over a cat. All right, focus, man. All right, so
Shiny object.
shiny object, shiny object. Okay, first thing this thing comes with, they have two different kits. You can buy the one with the this is like they call it a cert pistol, which is a life-size, life weight. It weighs as much as a Glock. It's supposed to be like a Glock 17. It comes with a magazine that weighs the same amount as a Glock magazine. Actual Glock magazines fit in this thing, so if you want to do multiple magazine changes, you can do that. There's no firing pin or anything in that. The trigger is very reminiscent of a Glock. There's a lot of take up, but the wall is crisp. I think that's really cool. I'll shoot myself with it in the face. Well, not directly in the face, but right in the neck. The thing that's cool about this is when you squeeze the trigger, the laser stays on for a lot longer than just like the trigger break itself. So when you're shooting at something with it, the thing that's kind of cool is you can see the laser kind of jive or groove if you don't have proper trigger control and you're not holding it correctly. You can kind of see the laser dot kind of move from side to side.
Yeah.
So that tells you if you're pulling the shot, pushing, whatever. And then the second half of this thing is this target, which is pretty damn small. Well, I'll just hold up a Glock 17 in comparison to this thing. So there's the gun. Here's the target. It's like the size of a paperback novel, but a little shorter, maybe an inch shorter. So it's maybe 4 by 6, maybe 6.5 inches. The actual target face itself is probably 4 by 4 inches, and the face of it has. Let me turn it on here. Turn off the volume. So the face of it is it's got these 3 different colors. Is that thunder blue?
Oh boy.
Yeah, giddy up.
All night long.
Jealous for you, man. I love that kind of weather. So this is like the boot up stage. If I was to shoot any one of these 4 colors, there's yellow, blue, green, and yellow,
Red.
What I missed, red. If I shot, I don't know, let's just go with green. I don't have to push this button.
Is that a different? Is each color like a different game or something?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, it's gonna fucking not work for me.
It's like the old Simon Says or something.
It looks like the old Simon Says, right? Come on, do something. All right. So what's this one? Heat map. So the heat map is basically, it just acts like a regular target. And if you shoot at it, I just shot myself in the face, but when you shoot at it, it just shows basically where you're hitting on the target. And then after X number of shots, it goes back to the, what do you want to do now? So I'll do the blue version of it. I just did this. Oh, Jesus. You know what? I don't want to take up your entire chat doing this. There are lots of videos online, most of which are made by the company that makes this thing. It's called the Atlas 8. See if I can get that up close. Let me turn off the light so you can focus on it. It's the Atlas 8. It's made by a company called The Salted Earth. Here we go. The Salted Earth. And by no means am I condoning or pimping this company. It took me, I want to say almost 3 full months to ask them a very simple question about the product and get a response. It's a bitchin' product, but their customer service sucks ass. At least that's been my experience. Basically, these things are stupid expensive as well. I have 2 of these. The cool thing about them is you can link them together, and you can do things like what do they call that drill? The Mozambique drill, or friendly bad guy drills, where one will have a happy face, the other guy will have like an unhappy face, and you pick which one to shoot, and they synchronize that way, and you can get a whole bunch of them, and you can have a room full of unhappy and happy faces and decide who to shoot, and it times you and gives you statistics, and you can download things to your computer and take history and whatever. It's a bitchin' drill. And in that they're so small, you don't really need to have a big ass house or to be far away from the target to really test yourself. I mean, being 15 feet away from a 4x4 square where you need to hit a 1-inch square, that's going to challenge you, especially when you're on the clock. So anyway, that's the thing. Go out and look to see. I know what's the name of that YouTube channel? Totally failing. John Patton. Anybody recognize that name?
Mm-hmm.
John Patton.
No.
The Gun Collective. That's the name of it. There's a YouTube channel called The Gun Collective that interviewed the individual who makes these things at the SHOT Show in 2017. You can check them out. Other than that, most of the videos you're going to see on them are those produced by the company that manufactures them. But it'll describe for you what it is they do and all the cool things they do, and I don't know, they're a lot of fun. But they're stupid expensive.
Hey, what's the retail like? What did you pay for that?
I'm embarrassed to say. So, like I said at the beginning, I never really finished my sentence. But so there's one that comes with the S.t.i.t.f pistol, which is just a laser firing Glock thing, and the target, the charger, a little cute bag to put it all in, and some paraphernalia, and a really shitty fucking instruction manual. Phil, are you looking at me, Phil? Phil, your manual sucks.
They got back to you though, didn't we?
Yeah, it took. Yeah, you were in on that, and I appreciate that. It took them literally 11 weeks to get back to me. This kit, I want to say, was $8.99.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and then there's another kit that you can buy that instead of the S.t.i.t.f pistol, it just comes with a S.t.i.t bullet that you can buy. I think that you can buy a 223 or a 9mm, and those I think are $100 less or something like that.
Yeah, and I hate saying it, but I'll be completely honest. That's where they lose me. Whenever I can go out and buy a brand new pistol for a training aid, I mean, and I don't want to say a training aid that isn't that good, because it obviously has its purposes, but damn, you could do a couple of training classes a year on that.
Yeah, but
And
for
real,
at least in my case, the reason I bought it is because I don't have time to do training. I wish I could make time, but I choose to do with it other things, unfortunately, maybe. Like go on vacation or work overtime. So, you know, a lot of the times are like right now, I could be using this thing just sitting at home.
Yeah.
You know, have my little, you know, entertainment system here. I could have a target over there, and then just doing Mozambique drills. That's great practice.
No, and if you're a person that has the ability to use it, and you actually want to train with it as it's designed, you that money, you know, if you break it up over a year, whatever the case is, I mean, it's a very valuable tool. It's expensive right off the get go, but
Yeah. There's another thing though,
we
and
don't
I
have
hate.
ranges in California, you know. So
I
like
exactly.
WTF trying to go, he has to drive fucking 2 hours before he can get to a range.
Yeah. Exactly. I can go to indoor ranges, but you can't rapid fire, and you can't draw from a holster and all that. But this, I mean, you can shoot your balls off and never really hurt anybody other than your pride. Um, Also, I will say, not to be a spokesman for the company, because frankly, they don't deserve it. Granted, the way I've been treated by them, but they do make this exact same target, and it's supposed to be released in the fall. That's going to be retailing, I believe what was said on the last video I saw was like 200 or $300. That it's not color, it's only black and white. It's like gray or not illuminated, so to speak. I think it's going to be like a one color LED thing, but it's substantially less. And I think also it has the built-in functionality of linking to your cell phone via Bluetooth, as opposed to utilizing a Wi-Fi connection through the area that you're in. But again, I'm not condoning the company. I'm not speaking for them. I'm just saying they have a really cool product, but their customer service sucks ass.
and if you actually had the money to buy a bunch of those, not a bunch of those targets, but let's say, you know, home invasion, you're looking at 1 to 4 suspects usually in your own home. You know, have your wife set them up throughout the house.
And I've done that before.
I was going to say, so that you don't know where they're at, and then
Yeah,
you
just
have
go hide them.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of scary because, well, I mean, not scary, but it gets your heart pumping just as much as maybe a shoot house would. But obviously, these things can't shoot back. But it is kind of cool.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It challenges you.
Exactly. And that's what makes it nice. I mean, just like these challenges we've been doing on YouTube, basically with reload, you know, in a certain amount of seconds, certain amount of mags. Even if the guy does the video and he tries for 5 minutes to pull it off, that's probably 5 minutes of reloading practice that he may or may not have done. Like most people don't practice to reload, you know, and so it's a good drill that a lot of people don't do. You know, most people conceal carry. They don't shoot competitively, but if you have a mag that fails, you know, that's the part that usually will screw up. Being able to throw a new mag in is essential. So especially because you're already behind the power factor, you already drew your weapon, you already pulled it out, you went to squeeze the trigger and the damn thing didn't work, right? So you rack the sight again and nothing, drop the mag and you put a new one in. Well, all that stuff is stuff that people probably don't practice. So, well, and even like SoCal, right? You did the video. How was it the first few times when you, I'm sure you tried off air before you started video, at least once.
I did to warm up, but actually I do practice. I don't do it with a timer, but I do practice reloads. But I've never timed myself. when I'm practicing, I just try to be as smooth and accurate as possible. Where as soon as you turn a timer, it's like clusterfuck city. Just
Well, see, and that is
you're
what's
going
cool
for
about a
speed
timer.
at that point. You're going for speed as opposed for and accuracy falls out the window. So
Yeah, but if you set a par time for 5 hours, right, and it takes you 5 hours, but you're doing it perfect, and you're doing it slow and consistent in the same way over and over and over, and you
Yeah.
keep turning it up so it's going faster. So now you're not at 10 hours anymore. Now you're at a minute. And then now you're at a minute to reload the magazine, but everything's working perfect.
Yeah, and you're right. Repetition is key, and building muscle memory. It's all it's really all about. If we all did it, maybe 15 minutes a day,
Or
instead
even a
of
week for someone that never does it.
oh yeah, anybody that's interested in getting better,
Yeah.
They don't even need a part timer. They just need the interest to go do it. They can just stare at a clock and count the little colon between the hours and minutes flashing, as they're doing it. They can pace themselves.
No. Yeah, I love the timer because it does screw with your head. As soon as that buzzer goes off, you like completely forget what your plan of attack is.
It's pressure.
You're like, shit. And you'll screw up. Even you saw me on the one video, I hit the button and I go to draw and I basically went like this with one hand because I was trying to be so fast that I had my other hand on the mag. Well, I'm like, oh, okay, shit.
And then grabbed a handful of shirt.
And then I grab a handful of shirt.
Yeah.
But
I'm not used to I've not practiced that, obviously. The IDPA draw. I'm used to the opposite of just taking your thumb and pulling your shirt out of the way and coming back to draw, but I'm not versed in the mag change. So that was that whole shirt thing really screwed me up.
did you get a chance to do that, Blue?
No, the mag change. Nah, dude, I have like literally watched like 4 videos in the last 2 weeks. I've been bouncing so much that, except for the UFO video, but
I hear you. You got to get it out there when you can.
We all run into that little, I don't want to call it a YouTube stagnant portion, but where you really want to go do something, but man, time just does not allow.
Yeah, I got called out with a humble. What the hell's his name? Can't remember. He wants me to do another.
The humble marksman.
Yeah, the humble marksman. I just saw that one a little while ago. Actually, it's a reloading, shooting, training kind of exercise under time, and I like those. I mean, I dig them because they definitely help. But what was I going to say? There's
so many different thought patterns on reloading, like with us, and I don't know if you guys do the same. I'm just gonna call them values or the same training, to where if you are shooting and it's boom, 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 you drop that mag, a tactical reload, you're supposed to keep a hold of that mag. So there's no way in hell. I mean, my training is, you do the shoot, and for whatever reason, the subject's down, or there's a lull to where he backs off behind a some type of a place. Yeah, you freaking you even if you have 5 rounds left in your mag,
top it off.
Yeah, you dump it. You dump that mag. You got to keep it and reload. And that training's been drilled so far into me that I don't think that I could personally ever
just drop a mag, let it hit the ground.
Unless I know my actions back and it's empty, that mag's going somewhere on my person. So it's like you drop it and you do it as fast as you can. Like you drop it, you catch it, you put it in a BDU pocket or you put it in a back pocket, and then you reach around to your mag pouch and you open it up and then you slam one in. That's been drilled into me for 17 years. I don't know if I could ever break myself at that for a competition style shoot. I don't, because you don't ever.
Like IDPA, we can't drop a mag with ammo in it or we get penalized. So we do have to do a tactical reload. But most of the time we usually start with 11 and every mag has 10 in it after that. And then there's always a point where we go to slide lock, which screws me up when I'm shooting my Infinity because it's not set up to even go to slide lock. It's never supposed to be empty. You just keep feeding it. But like with the tactical reload, the way you were saying, you basically drop the mag and put it in your pocket and then grab the other one. Have you basically tried to grab your mag, hit the button, switch over, put it in, and then you're still good where you could fire? Because with a Glock, you should be able to fire with the mag out of it. So I'm drawing. I'm on the bad guy, right? And I'm still behind cover, whatever the case is. I want to top off. I can still shoot him without a mag in it. But I'm reaching down, I'm grabbing my other mag, my fresh one here. I'm hitting the button and I'm just switching. And then I put the other one back in. Because you probably carry, what, 4 mags extra?
No.
No?
No, we're not
2?
limited, but yeah, you have the one in the gun and then you carry 2.
Okay.
And a lot of guys, which I don't agree with, they've even gone so that they save space on their belt. They've gone to a single mag pouch. So they've got, they've got the 15 or maybe it's 15 plus 1. So you got the 16 in the gun and then you have one 15 round mag. And I don't agree with their thought pattern, but they're like, if I can't hit them in 32, 31 rounds, then I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. It's like, what the fuck? How many videos, how many everything have we seen to where in a high stress situation, how many misses are there? I mean, you miss
There's
a
shit
lot.
ton of misses.
Uh-huh.
Well, think about the Hollywood bank robbery, right?
Oh.
They were spot on, but they were well protected with their basically armor piercing, or not armor piercing, ballistic body armor. So you may have to shoot the son of a bitch 50 times. Who knows?
Yeah, and there was a lot of in that shooting alone. There's a couple documentaries out there to where cops rolling up on scene, they already had their gun out, but they're driving, so they put it on their lap and they forgot that they put it on their lap and they jumped out of the car and their gun went flying across the road. And now they're, it's like, it's all on how you practice. I mean, you literally have to have the ability to I don't want to say practice exactly like that, but be able to have to practice where if you're driving up in a cruiser, you're driving up, you're getting out, you're doing this. It's not just stand in front of a fucking target once a year and shoot your 50 to 60 rounds and I'm qualified, I'm good to go. I don't want that person on my team. I don't want that person on my team.
Now, I got a lot of cop buddies, but one in particular, when he's on duty, he has a 30-round mag for his AR in each door. So if he has to split out the passenger seat, he can grab another mag. I know a bunch in the back, in the trunk kind of deal. But I think a lot of police officers, they show up to go to work, but they don't plan on ever having a shooting, which is hopefully what's going to happen at the end of the day so they can go home. But I think a lot of them over the years kind of like, maybe when they first started on the job, they were loaded down like fucking, look like a full-on SWAT guy, and now they're on their, 20th year, 12th year, and then, they're like, did I even bring my extra mag pouch today? So. And
you nailed that dead on. You never know what situation you're going to get into. So like you said, mag placement. You don't put all your mags in the gun case or in the trunk or something like. Spread them out, just like you said. You can't put them where the prisoner transport is, of course. However, you can't. Nothing says you can't have one in your duty bag, which usually sits in the passenger seat. You can't have one or two in the passenger, the door sleeve, for lack of a better term, driver's side door sleeve, and some in the trunk. I mean, you never know. You get out of that car, you think the guy is, at your 11 o'clock, and oh shit, he's at my my 9 o'clock. So I've got to transition the whole way around the car, and now I've got one mag. That's you said that perfect. I mean, set yourself up for success. I mean, that's what you have to do.
It's hard though. I mean, I get what Rick's talking about, and I get what you're saying, and just knowing law enforcement people around where, friends of mine, you become immune to a lack of incidents, and you relax, and you don't prepare for it, because carrying all that shit's heavy. It gets hot. It's uncomfortable, and the more gear you can dump or leave somewhere else, the more comfortable you are, the easier your day gets.
Mm-hmm. See, a lot of people don't realize, Christ, but whenever I'm getting ready to go to work, I'm going to say, just to round the number off, I weigh 200 pounds. That's whenever I'm taking a shower or getting ready. By the time I put on my basic gear, up that by 30, you're already at 230. Now, let's say you have an incident to where you're getting into shit. You have to put on your ballistic, your Christ. Why am I drawing a blank? The AR panels.
Your Wonder Woman outfit.
Yeah, Christ. You're putting that on, plus a ballistic helmet, plus you have your throwover bag, which has your tourniquets, a couple extra magazines. You're looking at gaining. Christ,
You got to carry this.
Pounds.
That's what you got to carry.
Yeah, and if you don't, let's say that you have all this equipment, you know how to put it on. Yeah, hey, look, I know that I'm going to a hot call where there's a barricaded person, there's this, there's that, and I can stage up a block away, put my helmet on, put on my extra vest, put on my extra bag that has the mags and the tourniquet and a med kit and all that shit. How many people have actually trained so that you're going to be at a very quick, not a run, but you're going to be double timing it with an extra 60 pounds. You get there, and if you don't train with it, you're not familiar with where the stuff actually is, you're no good. You are no good to me. Stay the fuck in the car. I hate saying it like that, but that's exactly what it is. Plus, now, instead of just having your pistol on your side, you're lugging an AR, and if you have no idea how to transition, if you don't have any idea on a lot of things, you're no good. It's the training is where it comes. And if your department, or not even department, even us as civilians, if you don't train for it, forget it whenever it's about to happen. I got a plate carrier, and I got this and I got that. Hey, good for you. When's the last time you put all that shit on and ran, let's even say 100 yards, and then tried to put something on target? That shit's hard. People don't think it is. It is.
That's like shooting and moving. When we were at the farm, when it kind of slowed down, I would just keep walking, and then I'd back up and start over again, trying to shoot at a steel target, like 60 yards away or whatever. It's a lot more difficult than people think.
You need those ninja knees that keep your head level. It's hard to walk and aim a gun at something. It doesn't matter what direction you're walking, backwards, forwards, left, right. You always see people with their knees super hyper bent, and it looks retarded, but that's literally the only way you can do it, because you need that shock absorber system, I guess, for lack of a better word. You try to isolate the hips and just use your knees.
Well, and
as
they
like a
want you to walk
leveling
like
thing.
this too, the Charlie Chaplin walk.
Yeah.
That's and it's harder as shit to do.
Yeah, it's really hard. That shit takes
And it's
practice. I suck
uncomfortable.
at it. I'm not a fucking tactical ninja. I'll be the first one to
Oh
admit
yeah,
that. But at least I try, you know.
it's freaking hard. But yeah, it's and the more we can get out and suck at it, the better off we'll be. That's like me. I have no tactical training at all. You know, and I have a rifle in my hand. I've never ran a sling really or any of that stuff. So I couldn't be one of those guys that goes in and like clears a house. I don't have the training for that kind of stuff. But it'd be fun to go do. And that's kind of where Comms, I don't know if he's taking a break or whatever, but he actually went out and paid good money to take a class and learn and get shot at. And he learned a lot. So I don't know if he wants to tell us about it or not.
Not shot at. I got shot on multiple occasions. For a Father's Day gift, I took my first ever tactical firearms class, and I got to give credit to Blue, Six, SoCal, TR, pushing me out of my comfort zone, covering communications. Every time a firearms kind of shows up in the channel, Blue reminds me, "Oh my God, there's this firearm in your channel." So I got out, I paid for a class and did it, and it was a close quarter battle CQB class, a one-day intro class with max velocity tactical. They have a 3-day class, but I wanted to try out small and just do the one-day class. And they use a round called a UTM, Uniform Tango Mike, which shoots this little plastic projectile with a paint pill or paint pellet in the tip. But what's unique about it is you show up for training with your own AR platform, turn in your bolt carrier group, and they issue a UTM specific bolt carrier, and then you use these UTM rounds. And in this case, 8-hour class, spend 8 hours shooting at each other, and I'm covered head to toe in black and blue circles from getting shot by these UTM rounds. But it was well worth the money. I gave Six a link in the side chat. Maybe he can throw it out in the public chat. I don't regret taking the class. It was great. I had all this cool stuff in my AR without any shooting experience. I was prior Air Force, and the first thing they told me, get rid of the single point sling because it's too difficult to transition from dominant to non-dominant side depending on how you're going to enter a room. So I had to revisit that. They recommended taking off all the fancy optics because it's just too difficult to get a shot group in a enclosed environment. So they wanted iron sights. I mean, it was a really good class. I got a lot out of it. Mostly what I got out of it was all my shortcomings, my preconceptions of not ever having done this before, how I was wrong on everything I thought.
Let me put the link in. I screwed it up the first time, so let me try it again. I'll just put all that crap on there. Did you see that thing, SoCal, about some light that Comms is talking about?
Oh,
No.
I put the link in the.
They're talking about. Are you talking about Parlusk's?
There it is. I think that'll work for you guys to get the link now.
What light?
No, link.
What did they miss? Oh, link. I thought he said light. Yeah, it looks like a full link now.
Yeah, I got it.
You had whack www. Yeah, the HTTP part was missing. You're good now.
Okay.
But for somebody who's never done a shooting class in his life, with the exception of the concealed weapons permit here in Virginia, this was amazing. This was a real good eye opener. Of one, I'm out of shape. Two, I got too much crap on the rifle. and perception doesn't match reality. And when you're forcing your way through a door, you're going to get lit up. I mean, there was a whole lot of reality built into this training.
You're telling me, man. The last training I did out at the place where I normally do my training, I took like not like super advanced, but like the next one up from beginner, and a pistol class, and they have you like kneeling down on your side, you know, Chris Costa, Travis Haley kind of bullshit, and I'm 6'4", 235 pounds, getting up and down as a 30 or a 45, 47-year-old dude who basically is a keyboard jockey for his job is that wears your shit out. Really, nothing else. It's hugely disappointing, just because, you know, without the physical endurance, it really sets your mind like, fuck, if I don't get myself in shape, kind of try to do this more often, I'm screwed. If the shit goes down, that is.
Yeah, I got.
We'll have to call Blue.
Every
Come
video
save us.
tells me I'm out of shape.
Yeah.
Every video where I have my gum belt on tells me how fat I am. My little papoose. I'm like,
that's a big part of what we all should be. I mean, we're sitting here preaching to the choir because we're all sitting here as out of shape, you know, lower or upper 30s to I forget how old the oldest guy is here, but
That'd be me.
Yeah, we are our own worst enemy. I mean, that's how many people could, I mean, literally, like right here on the panel, run a mile. I mean, just run, not sprint, but run it the whole time. I couldn't do it. I'd have to stop and do a fast walk for a while.
Yeah,
I'll give you an example of what we have to do every year. So you have to take a 45-pound pack, and you have 45 minutes to walk, not run, 3 miles. But at the speed, in order to get the time before the time elapses and to get all the way around and do the whole thing, it's called a pack test. You got to walk at a fast pace where you'd almost wish you could jog. Like it's, you know, where you're really trying to, and the taller people have a better gait, so they can, it seems more, but it's a good little drill.
Yeah, you gotta do 4 miles an hour to get that done. 4 miles an hour to walk. That's serious.
It's a fast walk. And
here's my question, Blue. Before I start this challenge, can I call 6 ahead of time so he's waiting for me at the other end when I go into cardiac arrest?
Not have him set up halfway so you can get the oxygen. You can get.
Yeah, bring a bag valve mask and some oxygen for me.
But it was a great training class. I really did get a lot out of it, even with the 95 degrees, 100% humidity, and just getting overrun by these 20, 30-year-old dudes lighting me up every time I turn a corner.
We should all take a class together. Figure out what class is not too expensive, you know, like Valor Ridge, or go see Jaeger or whoever.
That would be fucking awesome.
And then go do like the 2-day class or whatever, and we get to have fun all night long.
All right.
Fucking shoot shit and learn.
Guys, here's your open invitation. You want to take one of these classes? We'll get it set up. You all can stay at the retreat. It's 10 minutes from the facility. Flying to Dulles. We'll go out there and get the shit shot out of each other with these UTM rounds. It'll be a blast.
Can we even fly into Dulles with firearms?
Yes, because it's technically in the Commonwealth of Virginia, a few degrees south of Bobby Lee's old house. You might need a passport, SoCal. Blue, you're good to go. Just come down 81, make a right at Winchester, and you're there in 15 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Blue lives right up there too.
Yep.
And I'm not far away either, I don't think.
I mean, it's actually something doable.
All right,
you can write it off, Blue, as education.
I'll find out when their next one-day CQB class is. Or the combat patrol class could be pretty cool too, but there's a little bit of humping involved in that.
Fuck that. It goes right back to how physically fit we
Is there time
actually
to drink after class, though? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, but training's not supposed to be comfortable. It's supposed to suck.
Not that much.
I remember being the
Suck
observer a couple classes back when they invited me to observe or be the target in their combat patrol class. And it's all run by ex-military, special forces guys. And the instructors were sitting around and they said, you know, it's like amazing that people actually pay money to experience the suck.
Oh, yeah.
And they were going out of their way to be like extra special dicks. And they were still like inspired by people's dedication to doing the training and do the suck.
See, that's where I've got the advantage over you guys. They pay me to go get this shit.
Yeah.
So you might be able to vouch for it. Hey, Blue, while you're saying that, you know, I could give you a bill for the lodging. You hook your brother up.
Unfortunately, all the training I take it's pretty limited to law enforcement only. We do invite EMS, fire, and law enforcement. That's about it. But it's I don't know. They pay us to do it, and I enjoy doing it whenever I get to go. But man, I mean, even in the job I'm at, it still kicks your ass, and it should.
All right.
And training you go to should kick your ass.
All right. For the YouTube trolls, that was a joke, by the way. I would never get. I'd never give Blue a bill.
What about me? I have to come all the way to California.
Well, yeah, you gotta get taxed because you actually have to have a passport to come into America. And then,
Yeah, plus the VAT tax and all the rest of the other fucking stuff that goes along with visiting a foreign country, all that shit.
Dude,
I might have
a passport in the bag there. I'm out of here.
I might have to e-verify you, SoCal. Make sure you're like legit.
I can
promise you that the Department of Justice, both federal and state, knows me well.
Which country?
All of them.
Yeah, send the bill to Pops. There you go.
I'll tell you, probably the best training I've ever got to take, which none of you guys would ever be able to take it, but it was called Top Gun, and it was basically a drug interdiction style training. And they had houses set up where we got to go through, and it was full on contact. It was God, it sucked so bad, but it was the best training I've ever been through. It's basically a shoot house. You go into a house where you have the search warrants, you have all this shit. It's all pre-done, but you go in and it's a fucking flop house. So you're dealing with vice guys that are trained to act like druggies. Plus you've got not the druggies, but the guys that are pushing it. And then you've got the higher guys up, bodyguards, everything else. That thing kicked the shit out of me. And every year, the one dude, oh my God. All I know is we hit the house. We had a team of 6 and we walked in, and unfortunately I was number 2 through the door. And we had our briefing. We knew who the main players were. We knew who this was. Whenever we came through the door, and this was back whenever I was 180 pounds, it came through the door. The first main target went left to where we knew where they always kept the shotgun in the corner. We knew that this other guy went this way. I went in, and it's bam, bam, bam. Guy didn't have a gun, didn't have anything. I'm 170 pounds, 5'10", roughly, if I'm lucky. This guy was 6'7", 280 pounds of pure fucking muscle, and he was running for a gun. I fucking ran through the door, you have your guns out, and you verify targets, you do this, you do that. Saw him running. He was the next guy in line, so I had to holster. I jumped on this guy's back. It started putting him into a chokehold because, this is full contact training. This guy fucked me up. Literally, I'm on his back doing a chokehold. He fucking basically took me on a chokehold, spun me into a wall, and just started bam, backing into the wall, bam, backing into the wall. It took fucking 5 of us to get this guy on the ground, to get him cuffed. I'll tell you, that training was intense. It's eye-opening, but no, I don't think I right now I could not do that. I mean, that's bad.
It's kind of harsh because you know it's training, and you can't go like quote unquote the extra mile to make sure that guy goes down because he's just a trainee person. I mean, you can't give him an extra little bit of something to get him to go down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No,
You
because
can't,
in
can't
real
try
life,
harder.
in real life, he would have been fucking tased.
Yeah.
You would have pulled a fucking taser out. He would have fucking dropped to the ground. But they don't let you go that far. I mean, you can't use pepper spray. You can't use this. I mean, it's all fucking hands on. It was like, God damn.
All right,
Yeah,
Blue Rick, SoCal. I threw a link out in the internal chat. November 16th, combat rifle skills class, 1-day class. It's a Wednesday. Gotta have 800 rounds plus 450.
Do they? Is this school? I know I looked at this site when you first mentioned it, maybe like 2 weeks ago. But is that it? They don't just do the non-lethal rounds. Rather, they do actual shooting.
Yeah,
right?
the link I just put up is live fire.
Yeah. See,
it's combat rifle skills. So it's
that'd be fun. See, I'm into that.
So all right, let me see what the syllabus says here. Let me find it. Training.
Oh, so you don't want to get shot the fuck up? Is that what you're saying?
I just did this.
Exactly what I'm saying, bro.
All right, here's what they do.
I bruise easy, maybe easier than comms. We're both ham radio operators. We got jelly for skin.
Yeah, those rounds hurt.
Nerds trapped in geeks' bodies.
Safety, weapons function, operation AR-15 centric, marksmanship fundamentals, grouping, zeroing, weapons manipulation, weapons stoppages, shooting positions, combat shooting, controlled pairs, hammer pairs, stream fire. I don't know what that means. Combat mindset, stress effects, support side shooting, face movements, ready up, reaction to contact, basic fire movement. Cost $450 per individual. Round count 800, so you have to come with 800 rounds.
All right, somebody's got to sponsor me on the ammo, just because I can't travel with that many rounds, just because they don't let me. But
all right, SoCal, you come. I'll make sure there's 800 rounds waiting for you.
Fucking sign me up. I love this shit. I fucking love that shit.
Blue 6, you live in free America. You got to bring your own ammo.
You suck, Combs. Just kidding.
As long as it doesn't have to be brass, that's not an issue at all.
As long as it doesn't have to what?
Be brass.
Oh.
As long as I can bring a bunch of Tula, we're good.
They have some kind of restriction that it can't be steel cord.
Yeah, that'll just ruin their targets.
Oh yeah, they got these cool robotic remote control little pop-up green Chinese Chinamen targets and shit you shoot at when you walk through the courses.
Ooh. Craig Campbell, you used your own rifle to change out the bolt.
Yeah, for you guys in the side chat, go to Comms Prepper channel. I just posted a video where really all I could cover was the UTM round because they didn't want me doing a video during the training class. And in the description, there's a link down below to the UTM company's video on that round.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll be fun, man. Well, I don't know. We'll have to plan something like that. That'd be cool.
Wait a minute. You said November.
November 16th.
Ooh, that's got to be close to Fallmageddon.
Well, it's also close to Thanksgiving and all that business.
That's like a week later. It's also hunting season. Get a non-resident license, shoot some shit in the yard.
There is no Fomageddon, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's over with.
You get some
Yeah.
eggs and some grits downtown. Pretty cool. Go do some training.
So my only savior right now is the company that I've been with at this point. I've been with for a little more than 15 years, and after your 15-year anniversary, they start giving you a month of vacation a year. So by then, you know, if everything's cool and all the systems are humming along and doing just dandy and don't need my babysitting, and I can rely on the other people at the office to take care of business, count me in.
Hell yeah.
We could have like a little mini, you know, retreat Mageddon. At the comms prepper retreat, we get TR up, shoot a few videos,
Call it.
go through the class.
How far are you from North Carolina, Hendersonville, Asheville?
All right, Google Romney, West Virginia.
If I start
ROMNEY.
doing any more of this shit, I will shut the chat down by screwing up and hitting the wrong button.
What's that?
I said, SoCal, check it out.
Say what? Say, am I mute? No. Okay. Blue said he's gonna.
All right, I just put it in the side there. Romney, West Virginia. That's the target city.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Blue's bailing.
Yeah,
Bye, Blue.
I got to roll. It's been a long day and
Hey, I heard you.
travel involved. But glad to finally get into one of your chats, and we'll catch you guys the next time. But yeah, I got to roll. So,
All right, buddy. Thanks for showing up.
all right.
Shoot you in the face.
Boom. All right, guys. Good night.
Shoot him in the face. It's working awesome.
Only on YouTube can you shoot somebody in the face with a laser gun and really not harm anyone. It's like, what are you pointing the laser gun in the camera? You're gonna blind us all.
Well, even like you know how you show an open magwell and you know the breech and all that. It's like the guy can't shoot you watching a YouTube video that happened 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
like
I know.
like
I had a guy comment, I know this is way off topic, but it just kind of pissed me off and I just thought of it. But a video I did like 2 years ago when I first got my Dillon 650 to build the 300 Blackout with, and he's like, okay, so the guy doesn't live the cases, he doesn't second resize them, and he doesn't do this and that. And I'm thinking, dude, all this shit you would do as you're loading the cases that I'm making. What the fuck is the problem here? I'm not even going to bother. I deleted the comment.
delete.
Like, he's just being a dick for the sake of being a dick.
There's some of that for sure.
Plenty of it.
I know. Big bucket of troll dick. That's what that was. How long have we been yapping here? External people with all the knowledge. Tell me how long we've been yapping. It's almost 10 o'clock here, 11, 12, 1.
I'm going to guess it's been like 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah, let's see. 1 hour. Daniel comes up first. Must have the Hi-Fi Y-Speed Ninja. Coming in second is Southern Style, 357.
Yeah, guys, I might have to bail here in a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to go. It's all good.
Yeah, let's just cut the cord. I mean, I'd love to do this all night long, but let's face it.
Let's face it. It's been an hour.
Get some sleep, man.
It's easy for you guys who are overseas, you know.
Exactly. Let me do one quick thing real quick. Actually, go ahead and do an outro, and then I'll go over everybody that's in the external. That way, if you got to split, you just hit the button, and I'll say goodbye last. Go, Comms.
Take it. All right, again, Rick, appreciate you giving me the first invite ever and the opportunity to appear on your channel for the first time. And it's been great. Look forward to coming back if you'll have me again.
Yeah, appreciate you showing up. Thanks for helping out. It's always fun having a few guys on the panel. Nobody wants to hear my voice the whole time. Or ever. Well, thanks again to, Comms Prepper's got a new video out. We talked about that training. We talked about, what is it, the UTF round?
UTM, Uniform Tango Mike. And check out the
UTF
description on that video because there's a link to the company that makes that round that explains how it works.
Oh, they actually make that round. They're the ones
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's painful, it hurts, it has a sting, but it's not lethal. And it's very, what's really nice about it is if you go to a place that has that round, you show up with your platform, with all your stuff. You're not using somebody else's weapon. You come with your AR, open it up, hand them your bolt carrier group, they put it back and give you a UTM bolt carrier. And rock and roll.
Cool. All right, WTF SoCal.
Just kidding.
I know, I can tell your phone wasn't muted.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Rick. It was fun. It's a chat that I never really needed to take place in just because it's so damn late and I require my fucking obvious beauty sleep. But it was fun actually talking about training, and I get all hyped up about it. I love doing training classes, and I encourage anybody who's interested or even partially interested, go look at a local joint that's close to you and see what you can find, and go take some training. It might even be intimidating if you're not, into that thing, but most of the classes I've been to, it's really like they bring you in as a group of brothers or sisters, whatever, and everybody has a blast. You have to really be a dickhead to get kicked out of a class, and I've seen it happen. People that just are full negligent will be asked to leave, but it's a lot of fun, and it's interesting to have somebody push you to be better, faster, stronger, think differently, as opposed to the way you just kind of plod along through life. They give you different ideas, and it's a lot of fun. So great topic, Rick. Thanks for having me on. Take care, guys.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to jump out here in the external, go scroll up as far as I can. We got Daniel got as my judge, Yankee 4, Hawaii Volcano Squad, P NASCAR, RPM Idaho, Blue 823. Let's see. A lot of chatting going on here. Scotty M 1959. The Fu Master Chew 12. Might as well be. WTF SoCal. Twisted Metal of Texas.
Who's WTF SoCal?
Who's that asshole?
Some dumbass. Blah, 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 blah. We got Southern Style 357. Said might as well be.
I feel bad. I wasn't following the side chat on this one.
There was a lot of it. The Redneck Prepper, he was out there. Yeah, a lot of chatting going on.
Hey, just a quick shout out to the Redneck Prepper.
Yeah.
He really hooked me up. I did a video real quick here. I don't want to sidetrack the outros. I did a video where I got tagged to do a video of my 3 favorite knives. And Redneck Prepper watched that video and just saw that it was completely unsat, that I didn't have a real knife. So he sent me a really, really nice handmade knife, which I actually just took out to West Virginia this weekend, and it's sitting on the kitchen table. So again, to Redneck Prepper, thank you very much for the knife. It will have a high position of honor in my preps.
And I will second the Redneck Prepper thing. He is a really cool guy. I've known him for, what's it been, Tony? 6-7 years now. He was one of my first subs on my original YouTube channel, and he's a class act. So if anybody out in the side chat isn't familiar with him, go check him out. Go look at his videos on YouTube and subscribe if you're into it.
All right, he is a good dude. He actually he has one of my hats, and I sent him out some stickers. I'm trying to figure out if he actually got them. And we got J. Greg Campbell. We have Twisted Metals of Texas. Talked to him, or said his name already. Cool dude as well. Might as well be. You guys chatting it up, chatting it up. I did see Oily Prepper was out there earlier. It wouldn't let me go that far up. You guys did a lot of chatting here. Blue 823, which is on the panel. Doom Chaser 1. We got my son took my hat, Rick. Damn it. And that's it. So you guys have a great night. And yeah, the Redneck Prepper, he's blushing. He's a cool dude. Tony, thanks. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you later.
Take care, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Later.